Hello everybody, my name's Drew and welcome back to Sky Factory 3. I'm hanging up my roof and you might notice that my backpack looks a little different. Okay, so I have probably spent, you know what, I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about the amount of hours I've spent literally building shit in this game and reorganizing things for like the last few days. Because normally what I do when I'm between episodes, if I'm not actively trying to upgrade things, is I just kind of let my character chill in the background and let resources generate, right? Because that's how we do. But I had to redesign things, guys. I was really not happy with what I was doing with our machine layer, and we're going to get to that. But I decided that since I did get a lot of resources in the meantime, I wanted to build something new. So I upgraded our jetpack to its third tier. This is the energetic jetpack. And here's where we're starting to actually see some difference in terms of actual like playability with the jetpack. And also, the game's really laggy. I don't know if you guys are noticing this, but oh boy is it laggy. And this might have to do with a chunk thing that I can tell you about in a little bit. But anyway, the new jetpack is fantastic. For some reason, it doesn't have any sound anymore. I was screwing with sound settings. And lo and behold, I apparently have no more jetpack sounds, which is fine because it's loud. But look how slow you fall with it. So I'm assuming that the higher tiers we go, the slower we'll fall until we get more or less a position where we hover for pretty much ever. Now, in terms of lag, you can see that our lag is really not too bad. Like we're getting normally over 60 frames. But you can see right there where it goes 16 chunk updates. Every once in a while, this thing is like, holy shit, I got to do a lot of chunk updates. And I got to figure out what's causing that. And I might need to get a lag buster. But anyway, let's go take a look at our crazy machine. So this is all working now. I upgraded the power delivery to be all energetic. There's no base level energy conduits running, except for our little bit of machine up top there, which is fine because that doesn't use a lot of power. Here's the new system. This is it. This took me a while to figure out exactly how this was going to work and whatever. Can I see chunk? What's chunk boundaries? Is that F9? It is F9. Okay, so here's our chunk boundaries. This might be why I'm lagging. Because this is crossing a chunk boundary and causing extra updates, I think is how that works. There's a video I need to watch. I think Direwolf20 talked about it for a machine causing excessive amounts of lag. So I'm going to have to look into that. But if in case you're wondering, again, F9 shows your chunk boundaries. And you might be better off, I don't know. I'm going to have to watch that video and see about some lag busting. But anyway, it's still playable. It's totally fine for now. Here's what we've got going on. I made a lot of stuff. So first of all, I made way more sag mills so we can double up on the amount of stuff we're going to be able to make. The secret with gravel was putting double layer capacitors and in I believe come on. Yeah, so 3 of these have octadic capacitors because they're not actually too hard to make in this version of Minecraft. If you guys remember back to Material Energy, octadic capacitors were very expensive to make. Thankfully, the recipes are unmodified in this version, and they're not actually like a complete pain in my ass to make. So that's, yeah, thumbs up. Good job. None of the rest of these have double layers in them yet, because I really don't want to overtax our power system. Everything's going fine. So I might start introducing double layer capacitors as we go to these to increase their rate. But like I said, I'm not super concerned. So how this works is the main outputs are more or less what we had before. Everything comes out the outside edges in dust, sand, and gravel format. But what I did was I added these mid-stage filter areas. So for example, on these, on the gravel, because we can output everything from our sand without any interference, I don't care, right? We can get all the extra stuff, but the extras that get generated here, either extra sand or what do you call it, flint, I don't want that gumming up the works, and like we were having before, we had to come and clean that out. So what I did was I put filters in that blacklist pulling out the resource we need, and everything else, yank it. And that all gets pulled up and put into our little storage buffer zone up top there. Same thing for this guy. This was a little more complicated to do, but it works very, 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 very well. Very well. And we're starting to generate a lot of resources. Now, obviously, this is not going to be ultra fast because, of course, we're not generating a shit ton of dust and sand as of just yet. But we'll get that speed eventually. And we do have a decent amount of sand stockpiled from other operations. So I don't mind if we're not operating at peak efficiency just yet. Totally okay with that. Of course, we're now of a decent bumper surplus of gravel. But we have a few tasks we want to complete this episode. I wanted to work with the Steve's carts, but I figure, why don't we need to build an enchanting room, because we've never done that. And more importantly, we need to make a refined storage system. We just can't get around that anymore. The chests and the drawers are really cool, and to me, it's that lovely fusion of vanilla and high technology, right? It's technology, but the drawers and stuff feel like they fit into basic Minecraft. Whereas the technology definitely does not, right? That feels like a mod. So, as much as I like it, we're going to upgrade. We're going to change to a different system. But first and foremost, I want to get some enchanting going. Because enchanting is very, very important. Now, how much obsidian? I have 7 obsidian. Okay. We're also going to need to make more obsidian. Oh, I also changed. Check this shit out. I don't think I mentioned this. So yeah, see, it's really laggy right in here. So I'm thinking it's that double chunk boundary thing going on. Because if I come on over here, pretty smooth, right? Not a lot of lag. We're running at what, like, well, our frames still jump all over the place, but it still plays more or less smooth. It's when we get into right here over top of the machine that it's like, oh, buddy, what are you doing? You're making me work too hard. So I'll look into that and see what I need to do to maybe fix it. I might have to move shit around again, which would be really unfortunate because I don't want to have to redo all that filtering, but whatever, it's fine. Enchantment. Let's make an enchantment room. We're going to need leather, which I should have some leather. I got 30 leather for books because I want to make books, but we can make books another way as well. Because we want to enchant some of these meshes. Specifically, I want to enchant dust, flint, and diamond meshes. Like, I know a comment reminded me that we potentially only need flint and diamonds to get all resources that we require, which is probably correct, but I don't mind trying to break the game super hard. But if it turns out we really don't need those other ones, we'll just have 2 lines of flint and 2 lines of diamond going on, which is fine. That's totally fine. And then we'll enchant everything. But I digress. We need to make books. So there should be a few different ways we can make books. The first and foremost, and I think the more expensive version overall is this Tinker's version, because you need blank patterns, not patterns, which is more resource investment, right? Like, you need a lot of wood. String's not too hard to come by, but we can make this. But we need to make more paper for sure, because I don't think I have any paper stored. And the other thing that I'm having a really hard time voicing my opinions today. The other reason I want to get to the refined storage system is I really want to automate our farms. And quite frankly, that's just not going to be possible in a large-scale solution using the storage doors. It can be done, but it's not going to be efficient, and I'm just not looking forward to it. So we're not going to concern ourselves with that. We're going to keep that storage system over here with the drawers for our seeds, but definitely not for the fruit items themselves. Like, that'll all go into the refined storage system. I may even make a micro system that is subnetted to that one, and I'm sure people have no idea what I'm talking about, but we'll get there. We will get there. Give it to me. And we'll make like a crazy efficient sugarcane farm and all that fun stuff too. I feel like oh, there it is. I'm like, don't I normally get 22 from that? I'm just taking all that. I want to make as much paper as I can right now. Because paper is important, folks. And I don't really need sugar. Oh, well. You know, oh wait, how do I, rice. Oh, we can make rice paper. Interesting, interesting. That is an idea. That is an idea. But that's an idea for a different time. High iron, that's not what I wanted. Give me that. All right. Oh yeah, those lag specs are pretty bad, but that's okay. I'll look after it. All right. Let's do that. And we'll do that. 21 books ought to be enough for what I really want to do here. So we need to make bookshelves, eh? Let's make some bookshelves. So bookshelves, of course, standard vanilla recipe. Now you can chisel them to look like different things, which is pretty cool. Because you've got like this stacks of papers on the oak thing, blah, 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 blah. You know. Chisel is of course, one of my favorite decorating mods. Would you call it decorating? I guess you'd call it decorating. Now, there's probably an auto enchanter. Auto enchanter. Let's see. Not seeing auto enchanter. Placer breaker. Auto breaker might be a thing we should look into. Okay, that's a thing for another day. That's the placer. That's a precision dropper. We don't need those. Henhouse, of course, is something we're going to need at some point. Auto compressor. I'm assuming that's probably for making compressed sand and dirt and stuff. Now, where... Is there no auto enchantment? There's a... Oh, Draconic Evolution. Okay, that's the thing. Put a pin in Draconic Evolution. That's going to be something for later. But I'm looking specifically for an auto enchantment table. We might not have one in this mod pack. Well, that is deeply unfortunate. That's okay, though. It's not like the end of the universe or anything. We need a couple of... So I'm going to need to make more books. Just a couple more. Okay. That'll be enough, because we got 9 more books, because we're going to need to make... Let's grab some diamonds. And we're going to go ahead and say, let's make an enchantment table. Hey, achievement get. Nice. Actually, I just realized that does actually say achievement get. I've been saying that for years, and I didn't even realize that that was actually what it says. That's hilarious. Reminds me of Oh, okay. So a little story time while I'm working here. That reminds me of the Japanese Super Mario Sunshine version, which is when you get a shine sprite, it doesn't say whatever. It says shine get. Which is very funny to me. Okay, so for our enchantment room, let's go ahead. It's going to be 7 by 7, so that we can have 1 in the middle. Well, let's go 7. Let's see if this is the right size here. 1. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then let's grab. I need. First of all, I'm gonna grab that, like that. We'll need more, and I'm gonna grab some cobblestone. I took this off the network for cobblestone because we've got so much fucking cobblestone here. We don't need to increase our personal supply. Okay, so now I can take my diamond. We'll say this. That was. So let's count this as the 1. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the idea here will be I want a 1 space buffer between the enchantment table and the surroundings. Perfect. Okay, so that'll be okay, good. So now what I can do is I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 9. Just like that. And I'm going to take out this block. Oh, rip wood. I don't really care. And we're going to grab a couple of blocks of glowstone for lighting. And I'm going to chisel these to be fancy, because I'm fancy. So what do we like? I like... See, those are cool. The prism is nice. Slanted, the bricks. Nah, fuck bricks. Bricks is no good. Cracked, weathered bricks. Let's go with the prism look. Or what is that? Ornate? Nah, I like the prism. That's a new texture. I like that. 1, 2. That is, that's pretty fancy. That's pretty fancy. I like that. Okay, where's our stuff? We're going to turn our jetpack engine on. I keep forgetting that it's actually on right now. And we're going to say boop, boop, boop. It's going to go like that. And we're at 82% power, so I'm not worried about losing power and falling into the void. But that is a thing you got to watch. Once you get your jetpacks, watch your power. Now, how did we change mode on this? Was it Z? Nope. NM. That's our map. It doesn't matter. Point is, we got a platform. Okay. We can do it like that. So this will be our enchantment room, and it's going to look nice when we're finished. But more importantly, I can now enchant things. So what's the maximum level we can enchant something? Level 18. Okay, that's not bad. I'm going to need more bookcases, but we have an enchantment room, so that's good. Let's grab the first thing I want to enchant. Let's enchant a diamond mesh. Excuse me, I need that. Alright, let's go ahead. We're going to fly on up here, and we're going to say, used to enchant me, and we're going to need, I'm going to need 18 levels, which I don't think I've got. No, I'm only at level 14. So where is, I thought I had some bottles of enchant. I have 1 bottle of enchanting. And that's going to get me like halfway, not even like a quarter. Alright, super. We do need some lapis. But we can put this... Where'd you go? Come here, you. So you're going to go there, and then we need level 10. Sieve efficiency. That's nice. That is pretty nice. I don't know what sieve efficiency does. But we've got sieve efficiency too. Cool. I'm going to have to look up what that does. In the meantime, there you go. Enchanted. So there we have it. Let's open up our achievement book. We can cross that achievement off of our list, because we have, in fact, done all that. So we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. So where was... Oh, use growth accelerators. We got that. Enchant a sieve mesh. Yes. So look at this. Now, we haven't made obsidian with a stone barrel, but we can look into that at some point. But we did have obsidian, so I'm just going to check that off. So these are things we can do. So we need solium dagger to obtain a mob chunk. So that's something we need to look into. We need to look into crafting diamond seeds, iron seeds, because of course mystical farming might be one of the more efficient ways of getting things. Craft a master infusion crystal. Nope, can't do that yet. Supremium apple and a supremium armor. Fly. Yep, we got flight. We haven't done that yet, but we do need to do that. And there's a bunch of other stuff. Now, there's a mod called Draconic Evolution that I want to look into. And the biggest thing is I think it can do power generation. And it's like an obscene amount of power. Like an absolutely obscene amount of power. Alright, but we're going to go up here. We're going to put some stuff away. But I want to look into refined storage. Here's where we're going to finish our episode off. Back half of this episode is all going to be about refined storage. So refined storage is more or less, like I've been saying, Applied Energistics 1. But with a few tweaks and updates to make it more modern and user-friendly. So, we need to start off, so if it's anything like Applied Energistics 1, we're going to need a controller. Which it looks like that is this guy. So we need a machine key... Words, man. We need quartz-enriched iron... Which is 3 iron and some quartz. That's unfortunate. We can also make seeds of it. Can I make dust? How do we get dust? Compressed sand out of a heavy sieve. Regular sand. Oh. So do I have some of this? Because I probably have got some of this somewhere then. If you just get it from sand in a sieve. Quartz enriched iron dust. Aha! He exclaims with great relish. Okay. So that means I've got more of this shit probably somewhere stashed around. Let's go check our system downstairs real quick. Hey, look at that. We have a whole stack in a bit. Let's go ahead and we're going to throw this into our alloy smelter. Because it'll do this shit through the time. Oh, here's another thing I did. I put a lever on this to control its on and off state, which was a very, very good move. Oh, and check this out. Where did I put that? Look at all that. Look at all that seared brick I made. The purpose behind making so much seared brick, pretty simple. I want to be able to make all of our automated metal getters as soon as we're done with this refined storage system. So that'll be a good time as well. Oh, and it made this. Thank you to Jesse for pointing this out. This is now what he's dubbed the clay machine. This is super efficient, man. Toss a stack of dust in here. Automatically will go in here. The sink fills it up with water. Infinite source head source for the win. And it just goes into a compacting drawer. So if I need little bubbles and stuff, gives them right to me. Super, super easy to use. Highly recommended that anybody playing this mod pack go ahead and make one of those bad boys. So we need to make that controller and some other stuff too, obviously. 36. Okay, that's enough for the starts. Let's go over here. And I might have some more of that. That's electrical steel. Do I have more quartz enriched iron? Maybe I do. Yeah, okay. So we've got some quartz enriched iron. Let's go ahead. We're going to need to make a controller. What else do we need? Grid. I think grid is literally just for accessing. It must be. Hey, I can do fluid. Oh, this comes pre-done for fluid storage too. Because that used to be its own mod. That's a disk manipulator. Okay, disk drive is what we're going to want. Crafter for later. I'm going to have to do some research, but that's okay. 1K storage. That's probably for doing multi-block crafting CPUs, which should be freaking awesome. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing it's probably for. But we really, really, really want to make this guy, and we're going to make some storage. I'm going to jump probably right for 16K if I can. How's the redstone and stuff for this? Because we don't have a ton of redstone. But we need a lot of this quartz enriched iron stuff. Okay, not bad. But we get it from sieving, so I'm not super, super concerned. So we need to make a machine casing. So let's make a machine casing. And we're going to want to make this guy. So we need diamonds. What are we missing? We're missing the diamond and silicon. Well, thankfully, I have a lot of silicon. And some diamonds here. So those, and we'll say, make us a controller. So there's our controller. And it can go... The controller is going to go here, probably. Because I'm going to put drive bays on this wall. Yeah, I think that makes the most amount of sense. The controller is going to go down here. Let's pop some food into our mouth hole. And that controller is going to need power. Our jetpack is on. Let's grab... I'm going to need some more energy conduits. I can tell you that much. Enhanced? Yeah, give me the enhanced. And let's go downstairs. Now, I don't think I need my own generator for this mod. I think it will just run off of RS. I'm hoping that that is the case. I might also need a converter. Because I wanted to say in one of the versions of this, you actually had to run a converter for the power. Okay, there we go. Land. Okay, where's the closest power hookup? Probably over here, isn't it? So we can come on over here like that and like that. All right, let's go see if this bad boy powered up. If it did, excellent. If it didn't, back to the drawing board. Nope, it looks like it's got power. Hey, look at that. Full power. Okay, so I guess the controller does all the conversion. This is good news. Excellent. All right, so next we're gonna need a drive rack. So that's pretty easy. We need 6 of that, and then these advanced processors. So we're gonna need a solderer, which is 2 sticky pistons in that. So we've got pistons somewhere. I know I've got pistons. So I think I've got pistons left. Should. Well, maybe I don't. No, I'm sure I do. I have 1 piston. 1 piston. For fuck's sakes. That's fine. Okay. Grab that redstone. So here's our solderer. Or what will be the solderer. Oh, we need some slime. Oh, and we need... What am I doing? What the hell are you doing, Drew? Okay, so we're going to do that. We need some iron. Grab me an iron. Where'd that solderer go? That's the one. Ugh. Okay, hold on. Oh, I guess we don't have cable anymore. That's problematic. Okay, well, we'll worry about that later. So in Applied Energistics, within Ender.io, there is actually a ME conduit cable for that. There might not be such a version in this, so that might be a little bit of a pain in the ass in terms of routing stuff, but we'll make do. So we got that. We just need a couple of... Here, you can go in there for a minute. We just need some slime of some description. Aha, 2. Yes. Okay. Solderer. Sticky pistons. Boom. Boom. Okay, now does this guy need power? Needs to be connected with a controller by placing it adjacent to it or connecting it with a cable. That is okay. We're going to slap that guy right down on top there. So the solderer works in what way? We need to make what? Advanced processor? So, wait. That's a construction core. That's not what I want. Yeah. So we need a printed advanced processor, a printed silicon, and redstone. So that is done with silicon in fire, and I'm guessing diamond in fire as well? Yes. Okay. So we can grab a diamond. How many of these do we need, by the way? I think 2. Okay, so we're going to grab 2 diamonds, 2 silicon, and then the redstone is there. Actually, what am I doing? So we'll put silicon in there. That's fine. Actually, do I have more of you? No, that's the basic processor. We don't need those just quite yet. That's fine. That's interesting how that works. Because it used to be... So with a little bit of a history lesson, with Applied Energistics 1, you needed a quartz knife. So it was made with a piece of quartz and stick. And then you had to cut up silicon, iron, diamond, and all that other crap to make the processor parts, which you then converted in. But I digress. And whoa, look at the time. Holy shit. This has been one contiguous episode. My God. This has been a long episode, you guys. Okay, one more? Come on. Or is that it? Okay, we only needed 3. That's fine. Let's grab some redstone, and we're going to go to the solderer. We're going to say boop, boop, boop. And that'll be that. So redstone, ignore. Now, probably there's going to be speed upgrades. Range, speed. Speed is made in a solderer, and it's an upgrade, which is, wow, improved processor. That's probably doing gold. And then I want a grid, which is going to be 1 of each. Okay, so this is going to take a little while to get going, but that's okay. We'll wrap the episode up in the last little minute here, but this is where we're at. We're finally building a refined storage system. Our resource mega machine is up and running. Everything else is looking absolutely fantastic. I gotta bust the lag, but I'll worry about that. This is going great, guys. If you liked the episode, you guys know what to do. Please go ahead, leave a like. You can always find other work I've done in the old description box below. And of course, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.